Ben's not a fighter, but he almost got into it last night.
The parents are yelling at the coach and everything. It was not cool.
Dude, teaching old dogs new tricks. So you really don't need marbles in there.
You don't need a lot. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. All right.
Hey, your daughter made the championship team.
Yes, she
Or
did.
championship game.
Final game today.
The whole team did, actually.
Well, it takes a team. We'll go watch it. We'll go bake ourselves in the sun. I've been doing it every night this week, but
Man, you told me, and I got real excited. And they're undefeated this year, right?
undefeated right now. They're 12-0.
Softball.
Last game is tonight for the big Kahuna.
You almost got into it last night. And Ben's not a fighter, but he almost got
Man,
into it last night.
The parents were yelling at the coach and everything. It was not cool. Anyway,
So there are games tonight. We're coming. I'm bringing my wife and 2 of my kids. They're excited.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
So we don't do as much pest control
As
videos
we used to.
because they're boring.
Yeah.
But when we buy something and we get something new or a new tool, then it's okay. So
Was this an Amazon purchase?
No, I bought a tool. This is actually from one of our distributors. I think they got a bunch of them and they were trying to push them.
Divvy them out.
So they're like carrying them around in their truck showing us.
And they're telling everybody how great they are. And I remember.
These are not brand new on the market. They've been out for, I don't know, a year or so.
But they weren't selling very many. And so, like you said, they were starting to push them.
This is the Pestool.
That looks chintzy.
Looks chintzy.
It looks like it was a CNC machine type thing.
It is
Or what do you call it? What type of machine?
I don't know, 3D printer?
3D printer. But
it's actually
is it
like
sturdy?
it's actually like a drill. It has rechargeable batteries.
oh, so this is a legit piece of machinery.
Yes.
Okay.
So, what it is a duster, power duster.
Now
you can put pesticide dust or diatomaceous earth in there.
Okay.
And then it has a variable speed trigger, and you can telescope, and we're gonna go try it. But this is what they're offering now, and this is what we're used to, right?
Yeah, the grenade.
Well, it's a Puffy D duster.
So that's brand new.
It's got stuff in it too, so
And they sometimes come with wands that are about that long.
They have an extender or the.
Is there
regular.
dust in this?
Yes, there's some.
You don't want to suck that in.
Nope. So this is what we were using. It was manual.
Yeah.
And it has a bigger tip.
Our guys were getting carpal tunnel. Lots of complaints.
No, it depends on what you have to use it for.
Okay.
So if we have like a severe roach job or brown recluse, this would be really handy because you can convince the guys to put more dust out if they have a cool tool.
Now listen to this. So back when we first started, they actually had a big box with a vacuum type
We still
hose.
have those.
And you'd put a bunch of dust in that and go up into an attic and turn that sucker on, and it would fill the attic with
This
dust.
doesn't replace that. This
Okay.
is for crack and crevice. That's for
massive
big
areas,
areas.
big areas, attics. So this is just crack and crevice.
Yep. And you got extenders and flexible tubes and more, all sorts of injectors and stuff. And then you got your toothbrush to clean it.
My wife says I need to use that more often.
Well, after eating that burger,
Can you smell the
those
freaking onions?
Woo! Dang. And you come with another. So I think this is handy for us because we'll use like microflow or delta dust, and they can have a canister.
Now,
hey, look, it has a lid for that one too.
I can tell you guys just by looking at it and holding it, this is definitely something that your guys are going to want to carry in the case.
Yeah.
Because they will break parts on it.
Yep. Well, let's test it.
All right, let's vamonos.
Okay, so this is Advion Microflow. We use this for roach jobs. The reason I like it is anything that says Advion on the label cannot be activated by mammals. So I can touch it, I could eat it, and it's not going to, the active ingredient's not going to work on me.
So I never heard that. So
That's a
cool.
very cool thing because it's only activated by insects.
It knows their brain waves.
So they do say not to fill this. more than like 2/3.
All right. So what we used to use is the old grenade, or what would you call it?
It's a Puffy D. That's actually the brand.
Is that the name? Puffy D?
The guys love saying Puffy D.
We called it the grenade for good reason. Does that not look like a pineapple grenade? Okay. So what we used to do is you'd take this, you'd shake it, and you'd stick it back in the areas, and you'd give it a squeezy squeeze.
So one thing I do like is that you can vary your speed. You don't want to go full tilt on this sucker. Oh, look at that! It like shakes it up. Look at that.
Oh, it does. So you really don't need marbles in there.
You don't need a lot. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
So we don't have to use that much.
So he barely was touching it, and it's coming out from all corners.
That's beautiful. Okay, so I put the flexible extender on it.
I like that.
And it's got a light too. Look at this. Man, I can see.
I mean, that may be chintzy, but when you're working in a lot of dark areas,
especially some of these roach houses.
Oh my gosh.
So one of the things I wanted to try, I may need to get a screwdriver, because we do dust electrical outlets a lot. That's too tight. I'm not gonna be able to get in there. What? It kind of went. See it coming out of the middle?
So,
well, that's interesting.
You can't do that with those Puffy Ds.
Oh, look at that. It came out of the middle. Watch this. It's coming out right there.
Out. So it's actually blowing it back into it.
That's pretty cool. And another thing you can't do with a Puffy D without a ladder is to get up into the ceiling tiles.
So a lot of basements and areas have drop tiles. Ooh. And it's blowing enough air that it will circulate it throughout.
See it coming out over there? That's
so that's actually a game changer for us.
That will make a big difference.
I mean, you're going to use more product, but more product means more dead bugs.
Yeah. So I like it.
In areas that they need to be, that the bugs are going to get into.
So what you're using a duster for is you're putting dust into areas that the bugs are hiding, cracks and crevices.
So if you're doing like a drop ceiling, drop tile, typically that's going to be more like your silverfish or your brown recluse, and they're going to run right along the tops of those boards.
And if you're in a nasty kitchen, you're going to have roaches up there too. But
so when you're talking roaches and anything in kitchen areas, the voids that you're talking about that are just tiny little areas are your cabinets.
Yep. And they can get in any gap, or the appliances too. This would actually work pretty good on some of the appliances, fridges and stuff. You can get underneath it and dust those areas.
And for me personally, we do a lot of treatments back in the wall voids where the plumbing is.
We need to show wall voids.
We need to show the technicians what this can actually do.
Hang on to her.
What the fuck?
You didn't know that?
Serious?
Yeah, you just do that, and then they're out of your way. You didn't know that?
Dude, teaching old dogs new tricks.
Okay, so a plumbing void is where the plumbing goes through the wall. And we have to get in here with either aerosol spray or dust. Oh my gosh, that's so nice.
There is so much product that goes in. That is awesome.
And I get the lower one here. That's in the wall, so it's caking that moisture area and that whole cavity.
And the reason we do that is on those pipes, when you have cold from the outside and heat on the inside, or vice versa, heat on the outside, cold on the inside, it builds up condensation on those pipes, and those bugs will use that as a super highway to get to all these areas. And they may just live back in those wall voids because of the condensation on the pipes.
That's awesome.
Hey, this is a game changer.
That is so cool. Need more dust.
So for all the old fat technicians or the young fat technicians,
that's what I used.
I did too, but I put the extension on it. But even with that, you still have to go around the home and bend over to do this.
So what we're doing is we're putting dust underneath the baseboard there's always a little gap behind the tack strip of the carpet, and the bugs can run back and forth in there. So if you put dust in that area, they're going to get it on them, and it's going to work.
So this is going to be a game changer for saving your back. Plus, as we've seen, you can get a heck of a lot more product into it, and you don't have to do it as often. I'm going to have to puff about every foot or two. With this, you can puff it probably about every 3 feet.
Well, let's see. Woo, that's a lot. Oh, look at the spider just came out. Got him.
All right, we're going to have a puff off. We're going to see which one gets more dust out. So, zoom in here.
Hey, it's got some dust. You don't have to zoom in, it'll show it. All right, little itty bitty trigger. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
And that's like barely quarter trigger.
Yeah. Dude, that's great. That's a game changer.
That's a lot. We're gonna have to order more dust
and more batteries.
And more. Well, it's got 2 batteries.
Huh.
Just got to charge them.
Well, got to tell our guys to keep up on it. This, I think all of our guys need to carry these.
So Pestool, it's, yeah, I think it's like $300. But I don't know if we can treat that much better. We're gonna save ourselves $300
on retreats
a week. Just
easy
per guy.
I mean, just the dust in the walls
makes a huge difference.
Oh my gosh, retreats alone. Yeah, that's a game changer.
So speaking of pest control, you guys you've got to. I mean, it's imperative that you treat your house. And it's imperative, if we can't come and drive to you within like 20 minutes of us, that you buy a kit.
Well, I guarantee you, if you've got a can of Raid or you've got a shoe or a napkin, you're already doing your own pest control. So don't be afraid to buy our do-it-yourself kit. All right, so with our kit, you get your own product.
You're getting the same stuff we put in the trucks every day.
Same exact stuff.
Just a smaller, cuter bottle.
Oh, that's pretty.
Isn't it? Ours is big and ugly. You get a cute bottle.
So you take out a 1 gallon sprayer that comes with the kit. You take out the mixed product that's perfect for 1 gallon. You treat the exterior of your home. If you've got enough left over, treat the inside.
And do the garage.
Do it all.
And do the little shed. Yeah, just not the chicken coop. They don't need it.
You guys will love this though. Put this on a painter's pole or a broom handle, and you can go around and sweep your eaves, knock down all the spider webs and wasp nests, make your house look good. That's the key, making your house look good.
And we're the only ones that are putting these in our kits, by the way.
Yep.
So grab your killer pack or your dual active pack and treat your home. It's pennies, dude. It's literally pennies.
Pennies on the dollar.
And don't fall for those dudes coming and knocking on your door saying they got the best thing and they treat 164
These are just
of your neighbors.
College kids that don't know their head from their butt. We know what we're talking about. This is the same product we use. Click on the link, order your own today.
It's like right over here. I think the link's right there. It's right there. Ryan likes the grenade.
The grenade. This brings me back to the beginning days of starting pest control.
So, out with the Puffy D's.
See ya.
And in with the Pestool, I guess.
I like it.
I'm going to use it like today, tomorrow, the next day. I'm going to use it all over the place.
I'm not going to lie. I'm going to take it home. I'm going to treat my walls.
Well, it's got a light so you can see them.
Will that work for raccoons?
No. But it's pretty cool. A raccoon is a mammal, so the Avion will not work on them.
So if you're in the Kansas City area, we're now using a new tool.
Yes. So that's it for today. Testing out the Pestool. I give it a thumbs up.
I do too. Mine's a 2 thumbs up.
Ooh, nice. That's it. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. It's real.
It's got a decent blowing capability. Ben's filling it up, and not in the good way.
We don't need a ton of it. You probably don't want to breathe that, but it's safe, I guess.
So I'm puffing it, and it was just barely going into.
It smells like cookies.
Not much to it, but I guess carpal tunnel's a thing in this woke generation. Where are your masks? Oh. Hey, let's see if Ben makes messes. Proof.
Nothing.
Gone.
You didn't know that?
Are you farting kidding me?
They just pop off, dude. They have a little lever.
I'm
right
over there unscrewing them every time.
There's a little lever.
Oh my
They just
gosh.
pop off.
Facing the wrong way.
All right, let me do it this way.
That's like peeing in the wind. Don't do that, Ben.
All right.